Hi, Katerina. Nice to have you on the podcast. How are you
Hi,
doing today?
nice to meet night. Thank you for having me. I'm doing
Yeah,
amazing today. How about you?
no, good. Yeah, I'm very good, thank you. Weather's a bit rainy, but it'll clear up soon, I'm sure.
Nice.
But
We still have here nice weather in Czech Republic, so it's nice. Yeah, it's
yeah,
around sun.
no, it's good. It's always good when the weather's nice. But in England, you just kind of get whatever you get. It's it's well known for like rainy weather. Um, but but yeah, the when we last spoke, we was talking about like what you do and how you got into that. Do you mind like talking about it?
Yeah, sure. So actually, what I specialize are raw vegan desserts mostly, which are unbaked. So they keep all vitamins, enzymes, minerals, which are important for the body, and there are no sugar added, just natural like dates or agave maple syrup. So that's the main thing what I specialize. But recently, my passion is also for a regular food, like regular raw vegan food,
Right.
mostly raw. So, but why I'm doing that? It's important to nourish body on the deep level,
Mm.
because
Mm.
I believe if we eat the right way, then we become awake, we become like full of energy, and we realize what we want in our life. We have an energy, fulfillment our dreams. So that's
Mm.
why it's so important, right nutrition. Yes,
Mm.
it's my kind of mission, like to teach people, show them that it's possible, eat very healthy, but it can be also delicious. Yeah, because
Mm.
now a lot of people you can see they eat what they like, and a lot of food it's full of fat, full of salt, sugar, and we are what we eat. So basically, like the people, they are becoming sick, they becoming tired. They are just like machines. They go to the work, make money, go home tired, watching TVs because they don't have energy for something else because they are so tired or sick or heavy. So for
Mm.
me, it's important to show to the people that you can become what you want to be. Yeah, but
Yeah.
nutrition.
Yeah. No, I think it's great that you're doing something that you're passionate about and something that is fairly important in today's world. And I think like a lot of people now are kind of adjusting their mindset and their attitude towards food and what they eat. And a lot of people are looking at where their food comes from, what it is, what's in the food. I've started doing it a lot recently. Like my family, my mum, my other brother, they're like vegetarian, vegan,
Nice.
and yeah, and I've always eaten kind of anything really. So I've always kind of eaten meat, but like recently, I've really been thinking about it. I think especially because I'm a little bit lactose intolerant. If I have too much dairy, I don't feel right, and I've noticed if I eat certain foods, I don't feel right. Um, but I think, like you said, a lot of people are working. Their diet's not very good. They're not really aware of what they're eating. They're just eating because it's quick and it's easy or it tastes nice. They're just those kind of core things, isn't it? And we can all do that. Sometimes I can be like, I'm going to get a pizza and just throw it in. That's fine in obviously moderation, isn't it? But
Yeah.
with in terms of veganism and vegetarianism, it's kind of on the rise.
Mhm. Yeah, but that it's also important. I became vegan, fully vegan like 5 years ago, but I was vegan junk food. When I moved to United States, I used to eat like French fries, some desserts are vegan, hot dogs are vegan. I mean, they can be vegan, right? Like alternative, but
Mm.
they're processed. So actually, it wasn't so good what I thought. I thought, okay, I'm eating vegan food, it's healthy, but it wasn't actually. So I gained so much weight. So, and then I realized, well, maybe it was better when I was vegetarian. I was more slim. And then I started to learn more about foods and I realized, no, I definitely need more fresh fruits, fresh
mm,
vegetables,
mm,
sprouts, and more unprocessed food. Like
mm,
basically go back to the nature, not
mm,
like fake hamburger, fake hot dogs. Like
mm,
it's better than not vegan, but it's still processed.
mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think like there is a bit like vegan food or vegetarian food, but like you said, you can it's kind of like easy to eat frozen kind of like vegan or vegetarian food.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it does definitely make you aware. I think when you start thinking about it, like if I eat certain food sometimes that, like say for example, chicken,
Mhm.
you know, I eat it, and then part of me starts thinking about it, and then I kind of feel bad, and then it's this kind of clash. You're kind of clashing with yourself. Um, but I think people need to really tune into their diet and what they eat and how food makes them feel. Because I was talking to my friend one time, and he's in America, and in America especially, I mean, as you know, you used to live, be there, and um, the the foods contain lots of different kind of hidden GMOs and
Mhm.
lots of different things on the packaging, and you look at it and it's like, what is that? And you
Yeah,
Google that, and it's been made in a lab.
yeah, you even don't know. And also in United States, people they are more sick than in Europe because if you compare, for example, Heinz ketchup in Europe, in the United States, in USA they approved you can put there some more ingredients, like more harmful ingredients.
Mm,
Law is that different. In Europe, there is just in ketchup, tomatoes, vinegar, salt, water maybe, and in United States, it's like tomato concentrate. It's not even like fresh tomatoes, and
yeah,
another stuff what I can't even name. It's like crazy. It's the same company, but it's about money because in USA they approved you can use more of harmful ingredients.
yeah.
Is they using it because it's cheaper, the shelf line it's much longer, and
Mm, yeah. It's they do that with a lot of things, don't they? They add things to it so it improves the shelf life. I saw one, and I had a bag of crisps once, and I looked at the back. I can't remember the name of it, but it was like hydrochlor, like a scientific word. And I looked at it, and it was like a powder, starch powder that just added more solidity. Is that the
Mhm.
right word? Like made it more solid. Um, but yeah, I've spoken to people sometimes. I had a guy on the podcast who was a doctor, um, and he was saying that there are scientists out there that it's their job to find out how it, how it causes reactions in people's brains and the crunch and the texture of food and things like that. So it's like you said, it's a big, massive business, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah. So I feel like everything it's about money and
Mm,
have care about people. The same it's with animals, like the farms in the United States, it's about money. So the animals they are treated so that way. And basically also the animals they have a feelings. And if they are in the stress, if they are sick, we eat that. So we eat their stress and their sickness. So it's or they are full of antibiotics. So we eat that also. It's like it's crazy.
yeah, it is. It is crazy when you really delve into it and you open your eyes and you look at it. I think when I look at food, I kind of think to myself, okay, well, it looks all nicely packaged, but what's the process of where that's what that once was and where it is, the process, for the animal from the field to to the packaging.
Yeah.
So that's what I've started to kind of think about and realize. But like through changing your diet, does that take a certain period of time? Is it hard for you to change?
Yeah, it's like first, no one can push you. You have to decide by yourself. You have to need the change for yourself, and then definitely it's difficult the first step. It's like with everything. If you go first day to the gym after 10 years, it's going to be for you very difficult. So the change diet, it's very difficult. But once you do it, and if you stick with it, then let's say during 2-3 weeks, you have new habit, and
Mm,
especially if you start to feel better, if you have a more energy and you realize you can sleep better, you want to exercise, your pain disappear, in a lot of cases diabetes disappear, you can heal cancer and another stuff what it's
mm,
caused by, and you can heal it with the right food, but then you automatically you never go back because you
yeah.
realize felt and how you feel now. So, and you have new life, and you start to shine like everyone, and then everyone will ask you, oh, what happened? So if also it's important support of other people, for example family is the
Mm,
most difficult with family. Let's say you want to change, you want change your diet, but family they don't agree because
mm,
they won't eat their meat. So it's like it can be hard, but
mm.
if we really want something, we can do it. So it's possible.
Yeah, no, I think like you said, if you want to do something bad enough, you'll do it, through like, the power, power of your mind and self-discipline. I
Yeah,
think like it can probably be difficult for people if their family all eat meat and one of them doesn't. Um, certain traditions and things like that, the whole family might all sit around and eat, turkey or, whatever that may be.
yeah,
Um, and you're, choosing not to. So, but I think you have to be true to yourself, don't you? And go with what, your values are and things like that. But I saw recently, is it Mike Tyson, the boxer Mike Tyson?
hmm,
I saw him on a podcast with Joe Rogan, and he was saying that he was a vegan. He's been a vegan for like I think a number of years, but he's only
oh,
recently changed back to eating meat because he's got this charity match fight, so he's eating certain meats for certain proteins. But
mm,
I was thinking, Christ, you would never have thought, Mike Tyson would be, vegan.
yeah,
Like there's lots of people I think who are celebrities and famous who are vegan or who are vegetarian and
I
probably
think
make yeah.
I think Serena Williams, she's vegan, the
Mm,
tennis player. Yeah, she's vegan and she's so strong. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I think there are lots of supplements that you can take, aren't they? Like as well as what you're doing, which may probably help.
yeah. Like more protein, definitely. More, let's say, grains like beans, buckwheat, quinoa. These kind of
Mm,
they have more protein. For us, for who don't move so much often, we can eat like less, but they can eat more nuts, like
mm,
cashew walnuts have energy for their performance. Yeah.
yeah, no, exactly. I think as well, like to some degree, there is like an element of self-discipline with that, isn't there? With your diet and what you eat.
Mhm. Yeah, definitely. But then when you know how to do it, and especially it doesn't need to be very difficult. Like let's say you will make a menu for next week and you cook on Sunday and you everything prepare. And because if you are busy and you're going to the work in the morning, so you prepare everything in the weekend, few hours, and then you have everything ready. So it said so after that you will don't fail like, oh, I don't have
Mm,
to eat, so I have to eat like something that I don't want. But if you really cook for yourself, it's much easier. Or if
mm,
you in bigger city, there are so many options now. More and more restaurants they offer vegan food. So as a transition, it's easier go to the restaurant and
mm,
figure out you can eat sushi without meat, you can eat like some tacos without meat, salads.
mm,
There is so many options, and then you figure out what you like and you can cook by yourself. it's even better because in restaurants, they also then they want you come back. So they put more salt and more oil because we become addicted to that. So they
Mm.
more of that, but it can be really simple. Like, because for me, example, I make dressings on weekend. I make some mix of the mushrooms, or I make some crackers in the hydrator. Then next day I just mix the dressing with greens, with sprouts. Sprouts are actually also great. They're easy to sprout just in 2 days, and they
What's all
are
sprouts?
sprouts. For example, alfalfa, broccoli sprouts.
Right.
These are small seeds, and you soak them for 2 hours, 3 hours, and then rinse them and soak them for 2 days. Broccoli sprouts takes longer, but alfalfa sprouts for 2, 3 days, and
Mm.
rinse them twice a day, and they grew up into the small sprouts. And basically, you eat living food because they have the most enzymes, most vitamins,
Right.
minerals, and also they are rich in proteins. And you can grow them at home. So it's like
Wow.
so. Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
Mhm.
It's really interesting, isn't it? There's almost like a science to, eating healthfully, isn't there? And understanding these things as you mentioned. Because I remember one of my friends who I've done podcasts with, she was saying like, when growing up, the family had like honey, lots of honey on the bread, and that
Mhm.
just kept them going. And you think like honey must have like as well so many benefits and a lot of goodness in that. And yeah, like, but I think like what you're saying as well, we should all kind of grow our own food as well, like in the garden if we can, like peas, tomatoes, things like this.
That's the best. That's the best. But no, not everyone has that option, and not everyone has the time.
Mm,
So definitely, it's better buy local from
mm,
farms, because you also support them, and the
mm,
short distance between pick up them and deliver to your home, it's shorter. If you pick up something in California and it's going to the New York, it doesn't have nothing. It every hour it loses all vitamins, enzymes. So you eat, but you don't giving to your body no nutritions, which is
mm.
so what you can continue to do that, but you can add there those sprouts, and you kind of compensate those low needs of nutrition, because they
Yeah.
are you grew them at home. You don't need even so much light. It's like so quick. You just have to have in your mind like, okay, it takes 2, 3 days. So if I won't have it on Monday, I have to start on Friday with a.
Mm,
But that's the only thing. And if you make habit from that, then you do it automatically. And
yeah.
amazing. It's like crunchy, it tastes great, and gives all nutritions which are going straight to your blood cells. So
Mm.
it's a life food, so then you will become life.
Yes. Yeah. It's that. It is interesting what you said, like, how over time things lose enzymes and the good, the quality of it isn't the same. I think that's like what I've noticed when I go to the local spa shop where my mum lives, like the local supermarket.
Mhm.
They, it's all local. A lot of it, the stuff they have is local produce, tomatoes, the bread's even local. That's gluten free. Tomatoes, carrots. It's all local, and you can tell the difference. And the
Yeah.
size of it. Some of like the vegetables, they're huge and they're
Mhm.
fresh. And if you go to Tesco, the supermarket, the big one, you get things from there, and okay, it's nice, but it's not the same when you compare the two. Um, but I was talking to a guy on a podcast the other day, and he said a lot of the things with fitness and your health, there is to some extent an expense. Like, so you kind of have to pay that little bit more if you want to be healthy. Some people you know probably can't afford it, so then they go, I'm going to buy a pizza.
Yeah.
But
That's
you know
Crazy.
But I spoke to another guy and he said it's. I watched the program actually, and it's cheaper to buy things like you said from the like vegetables. You know, to buy the ingredients, cook it, chop it down,
Mhm.
and have that over a set amount of days is cheaper than just buying something that you whack in the oven. You save a lot more money probably as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then on the sprouts, it's amazing. They are even the most cheapest ingredients what you can make because you buy like small pack of seeds and you grow like all garden from that basically. So it's like
Yeah,
cheap. Yeah. So.
yeah, it's so important.
Mhm. And also, if you realize that some people are buying a food like because they think it's cheaper, let's say pizza, it's cheaper, so I can't afford to buy some like more expensive ingredients. But in the end, they are more tired, so they don't have energy to do some
Mm,
more work. But if you eat right, you will become aware, you have more energy, you can do much work done. So basically, you end up with more money than when you are sick and eat unhealthy.
mm,
That's why they selling wealth is health or health is wealth. Yeah,
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 yeah.
completely.
No, exactly. I think a lot of foods sometimes they will, you know, their packaging and their marketing side of it, you know, it's to get people's attention, isn't it? Certain crisp packets or, you know, how they market the cereal box and things like that. It's to get people's attention. Oh, that looks nice.
Mhm. Yeah. Also, it's about visual. How
Mm,
yeah, but I always remember when I want to buy something what my body doesn't want. I realize I ask myself what this ingredients gives to my body. If I realize
mm,
absolutely nothing, then it's for me absolutely no. Like no, I don't want it. So I'm trying really a lot of fresh food, but of course sometimes like I feel more tired or I'm more like craving something more heavy. So
mm,
I order burrito, like vegan burrito, which is like
yeah.
big, or I'm going by fake sausage, but it's not every
Mm,
day how I used to do it. Now I'm doing once a while if I really
yeah.
want, because I know most of the time I eat healthy. So
Yeah.
if I want, I can eat that. So it's not
Mm, yeah. No, it's definitely that balance, isn't it? You have to balance it out. Um, you know, and that's the important thing is balance, you know, because it's kind of how life should be, isn't it? Like, you know, you can eat healthily, but you know, it's okay to have the odd thing or things like that.
yeah.
Um, yeah, no, it's definitely important. I think it's definitely something that it's definitely in the mainstream media more. You know, it's definitely being spoken about more.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
do you? Sorry.
Yeah, so it's becoming better now for everyone because they know
Yeah,
about everything.
and with social media, people can put like, you know, things that they're making. You know, a lot of people making vegan desserts, vegan dishes. You know, putting the video of it on Instagram or on YouTube. And it's
Hmm.
probably encouraging people to probably get involved more as well with that because they see, oh, that person's done that recipe. That doesn't look too hard. I'll do that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it can be really easy. Like eat healthy, it can be easy but still delicious. Even sometimes more delicious than regular food because
Mm,
kind of full food of life. It's like vibrant colors. So it's like kind of a food in boxes. I feel like it doesn't have a colors even like the food by itself, maybe the box, but the food by itself, it's like no life there. It's like
yeah,
if you
yeah,
supermarket and if you see grocery like there apartment, you
yeah,
see all colors like that's beautiful, but a lot of people they don't know how to prepare it, so they are afraid and they going grab something familiar. Yeah, so it's long process, but it's possible, it's definitely possible, and it can be very easy.
yeah. No, I agree with you. And, you know, like just talking about it I think people listen to this will be like, you know, encouraged to, you know, go to the shop and think differently and just to try new things, you know, like like you said, you can go on the internet and you can look at how to do, how to prepare certain dishes. There's kind of no excuse nowadays, really, is there? There's no excuse. Just try it. What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah, exactly. Because if you never try it, you never know. If you try and you don't like it, you can always go back. But
Yeah.
the most beautiful thing, you can like fall in love with your new life and you don't want to go back actually. So that's
Mm.
the best case what can happen. But if you don't like it, you can go back to your back lifestyle. But it's important just give it a try and
Mm.
let's see what happens.
Yeah. No, that's exactly it. I was just thinking, do you have any favorite books at all? Do you read at all? Do you have
Yeah,
any favorite?
I like from Stephen Gundry. He wrote the book Plant Paradox. It's more about, it's going even more deep. It's about protein lectins, which are in some certain foods. And the lectins, actually, they block our intestines, small
Yeah,
intestines,
yeah, yeah.
and nutrients are not going through the wall. So we're becoming sick. So he talks about how it's important to clean that walls, don't eat food with lectins, and then like nutritions can go through again. And a lot of people, they don't know about it. So that was very powerful book from Stephen Gundry. And
Mm.
I'm reading a lot of about raw food, raw vegan food.
Yeah, yeah.
Most of, like a lot of them I read. And then I like cookbooks
Yeah,
mostly.
yeah. Yeah, no, it's good.
And I like from Terry Hope Romero. It's Salad Samurai. She
Right,
has
yeah, yeah.
vegan and she has amazing dressings there, like a combination of the food, like it's so great. So that's my the most favorite cookbook. And then Vegan Richa, it's vegan Indian food.
Oh, wow.
So those three are very, because I love
Yeah.
Indian food, and Indian food they have a lot of vegetarian and
Mm.
vegan options. So I a lot of time I'm craving for vegan food.
Yeah,
So that's why I have that cookbook.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Nice.
yeah, those three definitely.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's great. Like, I think it's important to read, isn't it? Like, you learn a lot. Um, but like, you can then read and then apply that. It's kind of applying what you're reading, isn't it, to your life. And I think like those cookbooks are really good because you can kind of take it, and try it out.
Mhm.
It's yeah, no, and I think Indian food is definitely nice. Like, my grandma's partner always makes a nice curry. Usually do it every Sunday. You'll have a curry.
Thanks.
Um, yeah, lots of turmeric in it. So like when you eat it, like your fingers are yellow.
I know I used to make kale chips with
Mm,
dough I made from sunflower seeds, nutritional yeast, and turmeric. So it looked like cheese, but it was
yeah,
basically without cheese. But because it was turmeric, my hands were yellow. Oh, yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's crazy how bright it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, like if like I've got like one last question. Like, it can be different for each person, but like, do you have any role models? Like a role models, whether that's like, personally, whether that's friends or family or anyone like you look up to, like professionally or in your life.
Actually, how I started was because of my friend Eva
Yeah,
Kafeva. She she was the first one who opened in Prague a raw vegan restaurant, and I went there for course of raw food and desserts. It was like one day, so we made some raw food and desserts. And in that moment, when I tried those desserts, I was like hooked up. I thought,
mm,
okay, that's it. Like that's what I want to do in my life because I love sweets, and now I can eat them and nourish my body. I can stay
mm,
healthy. So basically, it's like 8 years ago. So since that moment on, I started doing raw vegan desserts. Then I made company from that. So yeah, so she was definitely the one who
mm,
introduced me to that. And then I worked for her in another small bistro. She
Mm.
hired me as a chef in the kitchen for a raw vegan dessert. So I
Nice.
gave me hand. She said, okay, you can do whenever you want. I know it's delicious, so do whenever desserts you want. So my creativity could open up, and because I'm business minded also, so I wanted to make my business on my own. So
Mm.
that's why I moved to United States, and I started hustling like
Mm.
2 years.
Mm.
Then I had a business partner for 2 years, but then kind of like things happened, and I
Yeah.
decided I want to go back to my country, and I'm here, and I'm starting kind of from beginning,
Yeah.
do cooking, do desserts, like everything what can improve people's health through the food.
Mm. Yeah. No, I think that's really good, and I think it's pretty amazing how she kind of like was a catalyst for you to then, be inspired and then to do your own kind of thing.
Yeah,
Um, and I think I wish you all the best in what you're doing, and I think it's great that you've got that, that passion and that energy to do something that you really enjoy, and you kind of want to have a positive impact on people's health and lives through that. I think it's
yeah,
really nice.
yeah. She was amazing. Like she opened first restaurant ever, like in Prague. She had
Mm.
that boss to open it, and now she's doing more like retreats, more healing people through their dreams. Yeah,
Mm.
I can connect with you definitely also. She
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah. No, definitely.
very famous in Czech Republic.
Yeah, yeah. No, definitely be good.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
no, I really appreciate it, and it's been really great talking to you about the things that we touched base on today. Where can people find you on like social media and things like that, like Instagram?
Yeah, so on my Instagram I have personal page, Katerina slash Justova, or I recently developed another like project. It's your plant your life out. So that's the same name on Instagram, Plant Your Life Out, or Facebook, and it's about like it means like wake up through the food you become alive. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
no, that's awesome. I'll include it in the description, people, so people can find out as well.
Thank you
But
so much.
no, no, you're welcome. But no, it's great talking to you, and I really, really appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, thank you. Great talking to you too.
Yeah, no, you're welcome. But no, have a nice day anyway. Have a nice day, and we'll speak soon.
Okay, thank you.
No,
Bye.
no, you're welcome. Take care.